Hi everybody, Jessie here from JessieBanks.com. Welcome back to another video. So today I am sharing my process video for my hashtag Spread Joy Not Germs card. I'm kicking things off with these two fun sets from the Greeting Farm. I'm also using my vintage pastel watercolor palette from Art Philosophy or Prima, some Stonehenge black card, and this die from Lawn Fawn. So I just kind of masked off the edges that get embossed with some post-it tape here, and then we're going to go in and stamp out our blooms here from Grateful for You, and that last little one there, I can't remember the name of the set offhand, but I will have it linked in the description box below. And I'm stamping them out using Hero Arts white ink. This is the Hero Arts Misty. It's black. I love it. Yeah, I've had other versions of stamping tools and things of that nature, and I actually thoroughly enjoy this one more. It's more sturdy and more hefty. I'm very, very happy with it. I would like to get the mini, and the real big one would be fun too. I digress. Back to our card. So I'm just moving leaves and flowers and different elements around on the card here just to kind of get everything stamped where I would like it and kind of fill it in a little bit. I didn't want the whole thing flowers, but I wanted most of it flowers. The real cool thing when we get to the painting is the vintage pastel watercolors are opaque because they have a lot of white in them as a filler, like to create the pastel colors. So they show up really, really well on top of the black cardstock. I got comments on that blog post about them looking metallic, and they aren't metallic at all. They're just a pastel watercolor, but with the way the black shines through when you dilute them with water, it does give it a little bit of a metallic appearance. I had so much fun with this. I haven't been doing a ton of crafting. I hurt my arm pretty bad falling. I'm just going to leave it at that. Anyway, so I'm still, like, right now having issues cutting pattern paper and things and putting a lot of pressure on my left arm. Thank goodness I'm right-handed. That's why I can do things like this still in paint. But as for lots of paper trimming and stuff like that, I just can't do it yet. It just hurts, let's be honest. It's really bad. I can't lift a frying pan with my left hand, so if that gives you any insight as to how I feel. But I really wanted to participate in this blog hop when the Greeting Farm sent out that they would like people to, like some of us from the design team to participate. I jumped on it in a heartbeat. I was like, this one's going to be so fun. So there's like 150, I do believe, people that are in the blog hop. Oh, that's my vacuum. That's the robot vacuum going over top of the register. 150 people involved. There's over 30 prizes. There's a bunch of different companies. I will have the link to the blog post in the description box below. If you get there before commenting is over, you can definitely do the hop and find some blogs to comment on and some new card makers to you, hopefully, and see if you can win some prizes. I had lots of people ask for a process video on this one, and I had filmed this. This is the actual card. I had filmed it as I was making it. I just didn't have an opportunity to edit the video prior to the blog post going up. So I figured I would climb downstairs today and do a little editing and voice this one over for you guys so you can see it. So I'm just going around with that light pink color and filling in all of the florals. I kept this one super simple. I think I used that one light pink and then the two of the greens and the yellow. Just hang on, I'll grab the palette. And then I can tell you guys what colors they are. Like I said, I filmed this over a week ago. So the colors I used were Apple Blossom, Suede, Golden Yellow, and Sage. So those are the four colors I used out of the palette to create this one. I really enjoy the vintage pastel palette. I also have the other pastel one, Pastel Dreams. I would love to get my hands on a few more of these to play with. I would like some more vibrant colors as opposed to just the pastel versions, but right now shipping to Canada is pretty hard and it's really difficult to find places that have them in stock in Canada, so it's just not in the cards right now. But hopefully when all of this stuff in the world blows over, I will be able to pick up some more of those. I would love to get like Odyssey and Woodlands. Those are kind of the two on the top of my list right now, so I'm definitely going to have to pick those ones up. So this one, I have this sped up to 4 times the original speed, so I'm just kind of flying through this right now, and I just figured I'd leave it all in so you guys can kind of see how they dry as you're painting, and they go on and it looks like it's super bright pink and it fades back so pretty. I just love the way this came out. I've really enjoyed using pastel paints and gouache on this black watercolor paper. It just kind of makes me really, really happy the way they sit on top and kind of give you that smoky, ethereal feeling. to anything I paint on it. It just, I don't know, it's something different, and I really wanted to do something kind of out of the box and not atypical for this little hop that we did with everybody. Yeah, so we're just going to finish filling in the pinks, and then we'll start on the greens. Like I said, this one is relatively simple and straightforward. It's just laying colors in and making sure you let them dry before you paint the thing right next to it so that your paint doesn't spread all over the place. Big thank you to Catherine Pooler and Hedgehog Hollow for putting this whole hop together. Thank you guys for letting me be a part of it. I truly appreciate it. I had a ton of fun creating for this one. And for all of you that asked to see a process video of this card, here it is, and I hope you enjoy it because I don't got a lot to talk about because it's the same thing over and over again. And I haven't done a voiceover in a while, so I'm really feeling like I'm sitting in the basement talking to myself about who knows what currently. I hope everybody's kids are happy. I hope if you are able to stay home, you are staying home as much as you possibly can. I hope everybody's just kind of keeping their sanity and staying crafty and doing things that make you happy, as well as other things. Tomorrow starts declutter week in my house. I am starting in the kitchen, and I am going to go through, except for the craft room, I'm going to go through every room in the house and get rid of a ton of stuff. It's time to make things go away and get rid of stuff that I haven't used since I've bought this house 7 years ago and all that kind of fun stuff. I also want to hook up the PlayStation to the TV downstairs here so I can cast videos over there and watch them on a bigger screen than my laptop while I'm making things and all that kind of fun stuff. So I just got lots of little projects I want to do this week. I got some plants to transplant, and I got some life to have, and, you know, just kind of things I can do while I'm at home. I'm now hopping in with that suede color and painting all of the leaves. That suede color in the pan looks a little more brown, but on the black paper it definitely reads as a green toned color. So we're just filling in all of the leaves, and it's the same process as the florals. So I'm just going down to the bottom point, and I'm putting the most saturated color in there, and then blending it out with less pigment or clean water up into the rest of the leaf so that it kind of fades away and it's not just a solid color. I don't know what else to talk about, you guys. I got nothing. I got nothing. My son is so bored. My son is heartbroken that baseball season's probably going to be canceled. All that kind of fun stuff. So we've been, well, Kevin's been playing catch with him. I can't right now. My left arm's hurt, so I can throw the ball, but I can't catch it. So we've been trying to play ball, and Kevin's been jumping on the trampoline with him, and we've been going for bike rides, and just trying to stay busy and stay away from people and do our own thing. Thankfully, we live in the middle of nowhere. Like, I literally live in a town of less than 500 people. So it's fairly easy to be able to do some things that would be more difficult in the city because there's just less population where I live. So for once, being in the middle of nowhere was actually a bonus. Now I'm going into the yellow color, and I'm just going to do the base of the flowers with that yellow color and make it a little bit brighter. And we're getting close to the end of this one, guys. So adding that in, then I will end up taking, where am I? I don't even know where I am anymore. I'm so lost. Do you ever, like, for those of you that film YouTube videos, do you ever, like, film and you get, like, on this holy vacuum? Pardon that noise. You get on this habit of what you talk about and the order you talk about things in, and everything starts to flow really, really smoothly, and it's very natural to film your voiceovers. And then you quit doing them for a while because you get busy, or in my case, get hurt and lazy, and don't do voiceovers for a while, and then completely forget how you did things. So that is it for the painting, guys. Now I have the sentiment, now I have stuff to talk about. Now I have the sentiment here for you, and the sentiment says, what does it say? Something about kindness. I really loved this sentiment. I just can't remember it off the top of my head. I mailed the card already. It says, spread your kindness everywhere. And I just took some white gouache and thinned it out a little bit and took a tiny little brush. This is a round number 2. It's a Princeton Glacier brush for anybody that's interested. And I'm just going to trace over top of all of those words. So I did the narrow ones. Now I'm going to do the thicker words on the kindness, the heavier lettering, I guess. And I just follow my stamped lines. So I stamped that in the same white ink that I did the flowers in. And I'm just going to take this gouache and go right over top just to thicken it up a little bit and make everything definitely stand out a lot more. Then I pulled out a white pencil and I tried to add a little bit of details back in with the pencil, and it wasn't popping off of the page as much as I thought it was going to, so I didn't bother. And that's the end of the card, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you aren't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to subscribe. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. It helps me out a ton. And I will see you very soon in the next video. Have a great day. Bye for now.